Alert! 11 breakfast villains who are stealing your vitality after 60. Have you ever wondered why you feel so tired even after a full night's sleep? What if the culprit was precisely that breakfast that you consider healthy? What would happen if you discovered that foods you consume daily are silently harming your health? This breakfast that you like so much, so tasty and juicy, could be sabotaging your health right now. If you're over 60, there are foods that can destroy your energy, affect your blood pressure, and even increase your risk of serious illness. Imagine that something you eat every day could be the main culprit of your tiredness, pain, and even cardiovascular problems. It's scary, but it's real. But what exactly is causing this devastating effect on your body? What is the true impact of these foods on your body after 60? The latest research shows that certain foods eaten for breakfast can speed up the aging process and aggravate existing health problems. In this video, you'll discover the 11 foods that should never be in your breakfast and what to eat instead to protect your health and live with more energy. In addition, I will reveal which are the 5 most dangerous of all. Don't let simple mistakes in your diet harm your quality of life. Want to know how to start your day by taking care of your health instead of putting it at risk? Let's get started. Impactful reveal. What your breakfast is doing to your health. What causes loss of vitality after 60? Is it possible to reverse the damage caused by decades of inadequate nutrition? What are the consequences if you don't change your eating habits now? 11. The silent betrayal. White buns that seem harmless but undermine your health. White and refined breads are a common and practical breakfast option, but are they really healthy? These breads are made with refined flour that goes through a process where most of the nutrients such as fiber, vitamins, and minerals are eliminated. The result is a food that provides empty calories, that is, energy without significant nutritional value. This may seem harmless, but a lack of fiber causes digestion to be too fast, causing blood sugar spikes. This effect leaves you hungry again in no time, creating a dangerous cycle of hunger and overconsumption. As we age, the body becomes less efficient processing glucose, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes. Every bite of a white loaf of bread may be raising your risk of developing insulin resistance, especially after age 60. In addition, the energy that seems to last a short time can lead you to reach for more high-carbohydrate snacks, creating an unhealthy cycle. Another problem is that white breads do not offer the satiety that wholemeal breads provide. Think about that feeling of being fuller for longer after eating something nutritious. With white breads, satiety is temporary, which can contribute to weight gain over time. If you're a fan of breads, don't worry. There are healthier alternatives that can be easily incorporated into your breakfast. Whole grain breads made with whole grains are rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals, helping to maintain gut health and glycemic control. But what you put on that bread also matters, and that brings us to the next item on our list. 10. The enemy in disguise. How margarine tricks your heart with every bite. Margarine is often seen as a healthy alternative to butter, but is it really safe to consume? This product, created as an economical substitute, is composed mainly of hydrogenated fats, known as trans fats. These fats, while useful for extending the shelf life of the product, are highly detrimental to cardiovascular health. They can increase LDL cholesterol levels, the famous bad cholesterol, while reducing HDL, considered the good. Recent studies reveal that the trans fats present in margarine can increase the risk of cardiovascular events in the elderly by up to 30%. However, these artificial components are not always well received by the body and can cause long-term inflammation. For people over 60, this is especially worrisome, as the cardiovascular system tends to be more vulnerable with advancing age. Consuming margarine regularly can silently compromise the health of the heart, an organ that already needs extra care at this stage of life. A healthier alternative would be to use natural fats, like olive oil, or butters made with healthy vegetable oils, like coconut oil. These options provide good fats that can help improve cholesterol levels and offer antioxidant benefits. Remember that what we put into our body on a daily basis has a direct impact on our long-term health. And now, let's meet another villain who may be on your table every morning. 9. The sugar bomb. Breakfast, cereals that are real desserts in disguise. Sugary cereals are synonymous with practicality, but did you know that they can be one of the worst foods to start the day? These products, often associated with a healthy image, are high in refined sugars and extremely low in fiber. This means that while they may offer quick energy, that energy fades quickly, leaving you tired and hungry shortly after. For those over 60, this impact on blood sugar can be even more harmful. A single serving of breakfast cereal can contain up to 4 tablespoons of sugar, the equivalent of starting your day with a dessert instead of a nutritious breakfast. Starting your day with sugary cereals can raise your insulin levels dangerously, creating a vicious cycle of hunger and fatigue. An alternative would be to opt for whole grains without added sugar, such as oatmeal or homemade granola. These foods are rich in fiber and help you feel fuller for longer, avoiding that sudden hunger before lunch. Combined with fresh fruit and a portion of vegetable milk or natural yogurt, you have a complete and balanced breakfast. Have you ever noticed how the food industry tries to sell sugary cereals as healthy? The colorful packaging and catchy slogans hide the reality. Many of these products have more sugar than a dessert. But what if you think you're being healthy by avoiding cereals and opting for something more homemade? Beware, because the next item on our list may surprise you. 8. The momentary pleasure. Cakes and cookies that steal your vitality. Although delicious, cakes and cookies are far from ideal for starting the day, especially after the age of 60. These foods usually contain high amounts of sugar and saturated fats, making them true enemies of metabolic health. Frequent consumption of these foods can contribute to inflammation in the body and problems such as insulin resistance. Research indicates that consuming ultra-processed foods, such as industrialized cakes, is associated with accelerated cellular aging and a higher risk of degenerative diseases. Another important point is that these foods have a high calorie density, but offer few essential nutrients. Thus, it is common to end up consuming more calories throughout the day, which can lead to weight gain and even obesity. But don't worry, you don't have to give up taste to be healthy. How about trying homemade cakes made with wholemeal flours, less sugar and healthy oils like coconut? Another option is to replace industrialized cookies with wholemeal or homemade versions with fewer chemical additives and more natural ingredients. It is also important to note that industrialized cakes and cookies contain additives and preservatives that can affect your long-term health. Pay attention to the labels and avoid ingredients such as glucose syrup and partially hydrogenated oils, which are common in these foods. And now, ready to discover another villain who is probably present at your breakfast? 7. The morning trap. Sausages loaded with disguised poisons. Sausages such as ham, salami, and sausage are popular options for breakfast due to their convenience and flavor. However, these foods are high in sodium, preservatives, and bad fats, which makes them harmful to health, especially after the age of 60. High sodium content is a big problem, as it can increase blood pressure and put a strain on the kidneys. Each slice of ham or sausage can contain up to 500 milligrams of sodium, which is 1/3 of the recommended daily amount for hypertensive people. In addition, chemical preservatives such as nitrites and nitrates can have negative effects on the body, especially with regular consumption. Consuming sausages regularly can lead to problems such as hypertension, chronic inflammation, and even an increased risk of certain types of cancer. An interesting alternative is to replace sausages with more natural and nutritious protein sources. Eggs, for example, are an excellent choice, as they are rich in high-quality protein and provide important nutrients such as choline. For those over 60, avoiding these foods means reducing the negative impact on the body. Adopting a more natural breakfast makes a huge difference in quality of life and overall well-being. And now that you know about this danger, let's talk about another villain that may seem harmless, but isn't. 6. The yellow trap. Processed cheeses that silently clog your arteries. Yellow cheeses like Prato cheese, cheddar, and Parmesan are loved by many, but they pose a health challenge. These cheeses are highly processed and contain high amounts of sodium and saturated fat, two nutrients that should be limited after the age of 60. For those past this age, excessive consumption can aggravate cardiovascular problems, increase bad cholesterol, and favor the accumulation of plaque in the arteries. A serving of just 50 grams of processed cheese may contain more saturated fat than recommended for an entire meal. Another problem is the sodium content present in yellow cheeses, which can negatively impact blood pressure. Excess sodium not only favors fluid retention, but also overloads the kidneys, compromising kidney health in the long term. If you love cheese for breakfast, a healthy alternative would be to opt for white and less processed cheeses. Cheeses such as Minas Frescol and Ricotta have less fat and sodium, being more suitable options for those who want to take care of their health without giving up flavor. Have you ever wondered why these cheeses are so addictive? The intense flavor and creamy texture often mask the negative impacts on the body, making us ignore the risks. Now we're getting into the top 5 of the most dangerous foods for your breakfast. Are you ready to meet them? 5. The fake healthy. Flavored yogurts that hide a sweet danger. Sweetened or flavored yogurts are often seen as healthy options, but in reality, they hide large amounts of sugar. Often, a small portion of these yogurts contains the equivalent of several tablespoons of refined sugar, which can cause blood glucose spikes. For people over the age of 60, this is especially concerning as it increases the risk of type 2 diabetes and other metabolic complications. The difference between a natural yogurt and a flavored one can reach 20 grams of sugar per serving, the equivalent of 5 sugar cubes hidden in a supposedly healthy food. In addition to sugar, these yogurts contain artificial additives to enhance the flavor and texture, further compromising the nutritional value. A healthier option would be to consume plain or unsweetened Greek yogurt, which is high in protein and probiotics, helping with gut health. You can add fresh fruits, honey, or seeds like chia and flaxseed to enhance the flavor and make the meal more complete. It is important to note that industrialized yogurts are designed to attract the consumer with their sweet and creamy flavor. Have you ever thought about preparing your own homemade yogurt? It is a simple and economical alternative that allows total control over the ingredients, in addition to being a pleasurable activity. If you were surprised by this fake healthy food, wait until you know the next item on our list. 4. The sweet deception. Industrialized juices that destroy your metabolism. Drop by drop. Industrialized juices, often considered practical and healthy, can be a health trap, especially after the age of 60. Despite carrying the word natural on many of their labels, most of these products contain alarming amounts of sugar and almost no fiber. A recent study demonstrated that replacing industrialized juices with water can reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by up to 20% in adults over 60. Another problem lies in the preservatives, artificial colors, and flavors used to extend the shelf life and improve the taste of these products. These additives, although approved for consumption, can have cumulative effects on the body, contributing to chronic inflammation and metabolic problems. A much healthier alternative is to consume the fruit in natura or prepare fresh juices at home. This way, you maintain fiber and essential nutrients, as well as avoid excess sugar added by manufacturers. Have you ever noticed how industrialized juices are often sold as equivalent to fresh fruits? This is a myth that needs to be debunked, as these products are far from replacing the benefits of whole fruits. And now, let's get to know the third most dangerous food for your breakfast, after 60. 3. The fatal combination. Coffee with sugar that unbalances your vital energy. Coffee is one of the most popular beverages in the world, especially for breakfast, but the problem starts when you add too much sugar. For many people, sweetened coffee has become a daily habit, almost a ritual to start the day with energy. The combination of caffeine and refined sugar creates a cycle of energy spikes and dips that can age your cells up to twice as fast, according to recent studies. Sugar in large amounts contributes to weight gain, raises blood glucose levels, and increases the risk of metabolic diseases. While coffee can give you a jumpstart, sugar causes an energy spike followed by a sharp crash, leading to fatigue and a desire to consume more sugar-rich foods. This cycle impairs metabolism and makes it difficult to maintain a healthy weight, especially at a stage of life when metabolism is already slower. For those who like coffee, one solution is to gradually reduce the amount of sugar or opt for natural sweeteners such as stevia or erythritol. Another idea is to train the palate to appreciate unsweetened coffee by exploring different beans and preparation methods. Over time, the habit of consuming unsweetened coffee can become pleasurable and beneficial for metabolic health and overall well-being. Now, let's move on to the second most dangerous breakfast villain. 2. The modern trick: cereal bars that lie about their benefits. Cereal bars are often sold as a healthy and convenient snack that is perfect for a quick breakfast or a snack between meals. However, many of them are far from beneficial to health, especially for people over 60. Laboratory analysis reveals that up to 70% of commercial cereal bars contain more sugar than a candy bar, despite being marketed as healthy living options. Most contain high levels of sugar, glucose syrup, and saturated fats, as well as being low in fiber and quality protein. These ingredients, while appealing to the taste and texture, make the bars more like candy than healthy food. Although they seem like an ideal snack to start the day, cereal bars do not sustain for long, leading to an increase in calorie consumption throughout the day. A more nutritious alternative is to prepare your own bars at home, using natural ingredients such as oats, nuts, and dried fruits. Another option is to replace the bars with fresh snacks like whole fruit or a handful of dried fruits and nuts. Have you ever noticed how cereal bar packaging promises health and energy through suggestive slogans and images? This marketing strategy can be misleading to those seeking a balanced and nutritious breakfast, especially after the age of 60. And now, we come to the number one breakfast villain, the food that can harm your health the most after 60. 1. The deadly combination: breads and buttered jams that accelerate aging. Buttered breads and jams are a breakfast classic, but despite their popularity, this combination can be harmful to health. The white breads often used in this meal are high in simple carbohydrates that cause blood sugar spikes. Longevity experts claim that replacing this traditional combination with more nutritious alternatives can add up to 5 years of healthy life for people over 60. When combined with butter, which is rich in saturated fats, and jam full of sugar, the result is a breakfast with a high glycemic index. This type of meal has low nutritional value and can be especially problematic for people over 60. Another problem is that this food does not offer long-lasting satiety due to the lack of fiber and quality protein. Thus, you feel hungry again a short time later, encouraging the consumption of more calories throughout the day and making it difficult to control weight. In addition, the sugar present in industrialized jams can aggravate metabolic problems such as diabetes and insulin resistance. For those looking to control their weight and protect their cardiovascular health, avoiding this combination is essential to maintain quality of life in old age. Fortunately, there are healthy alternatives that preserve the flavor and practicality that we appreciate so much for breakfast. How about replacing white bread with wholemeal bread, which is rich in fiber and essential nutrients for the proper functioning of the body? Now that you know the breakfast villains, let's find out which foods actually benefit your health after 60. Food 3. The morning superpower. Oatmeal, the perfect fuel to revitalize your body. Oatmeal is one of the most complete and versatile breakfast foods, especially for those over 60. Rich in soluble fibers such as beta-glucan, oats help control blood cholesterol levels, reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease. This special fiber forms a gel in the digestive system that slows down the absorption of fat and sugar, promoting healthier and more balanced digestion. Research shows that regular consumption of oats can reduce the risk of developing heart disease in the elderly by up to 20%, thanks to its power to lower LDL cholesterol. Another incredible benefit of oats is their positive impact on blood glucose control, which is key to preventing and managing type 2 diabetes. For those looking for a breakfast that prevents blood sugar spikes, especially at older ages, it is a powerful and versatile ally. Its low glycemic index helps keep energy levels stable and reduces feelings of hunger, preventing excessive calorie consumption throughout the day. Oats are also incredibly versatile and can be prepared in a variety of ways, adapting to different tastes and preferences. A classic is porridge, which can be made with milk or vegetable drink and enhanced with fruit, honey, or seeds for a complete breakfast. For people over 60, including oatmeal in their routine can be a simple step toward improving gut health and overall well-being. It also helps promote a balanced gut flora, thanks to the fibers that feed the beneficial bacteria in the gut. How about starting tomorrow with a portion of oatmeal for breakfast? Your body will thank you for this smart and healthy choice. Food 2. The nutritious miracle. Eggs, the fountain of youth that was in your fridge. Eggs are one of the most complete and nutritious foods you can include in your breakfast, especially after the age of 60. They are an excellent source of high-quality protein, essential for building and maintaining muscle mass, which naturally decreases with age. A single egg contains more than 6 grams of complete protein and 9 essential amino acids, making it a true natural supplement for maintaining healthy muscles and preventing frailty. In addition to protein, eggs are rich in vitamins and minerals such as vitamin D, which helps with bone health, which is crucial for preventing osteoporosis. Another vitamin present in abundance is choline, essential for brain function and memory, areas that deserve special attention with advancing age. Consuming eggs regularly for breakfast can contribute to brain health, helping to maintain cognition and mental focus throughout the day. Eggs are incredibly versatile and easy to prepare, and can be adapted to different tastes and dietary needs. One of the most common myths about eggs is related to cholesterol, often cited as a reason to limit their consumption. However, recent studies show that moderate consumption of eggs does not significantly increase cholesterol levels in healthy people. In fact, for most people, including the elderly, eggs can be part of a balanced diet without harming cardiovascular health. How about adding this superfood to your breakfast tomorrow? Your muscles, bones, and brain will thank you for this nutritious choice. Food 1. The elixir of life. Fresh fruit that renews your cells with every bite. Fresh fruits are one of the best selections to start the day with energy and health, representing a true natural fountain of youth. They are naturally rich in fiber that helps digestion, promotes satiety, and helps regulate blood sugar levels in a balanced way. A longitudinal study of people over the age of 65 demonstrated that those who consumed at least 2 servings of fresh fruit daily had functionally younger brains by up to 8 years. Another highlight of fresh fruits is the large amount of antioxidants they offer, essential compounds to fight cellular aging. These antioxidants help fight free radicals in the body, preventing cell damage and slowing down the aging of tissues and organs. Fruits such as apples, bananas, and avocados are rich in vitamins such as vitamin C and vitamin E, which strengthen the immune system and promote skin health. Fruits are incredibly versatile and can be consumed in a variety of ways, easily adapting to different preferences and needs. An important aspect is the ease of incorporating fruit into breakfast, even in the rush of everyday life, due to its practicality and versatility. To further enhance the benefits, experiment with combining different types of fruits and exploring new flavors each day. In addition to being nutritious, fresh fruits are naturally sweet options that help reduce the need for refined sugars in the diet. They are perfect to replace industrialized sweets, promoting health without giving up the flavor and pleasure of a tasty meal. Total transformation. How to revolutionize your health with a smart breakfast. We have reached the end of this revelatory journey about the villains and heroes of breakfast for those over 60. As you can see, small daily choices have a profound impact on your health, energy, and quality of life. The foods you choose in the morning not only determine your mood for the day, but also influence your long-term health. It's fascinating to see how simple substitutions can completely transform the nutritional value of your first meal. Swap white breads for wholemeal ones, replace industrialized jams with fresh fruits, and opt for quality proteins such as eggs. These seemingly simple changes can add years of healthy life and significantly reduce the risk of chronic diseases. Remember that after the age of 60, every meal is an opportunity to nourish your body and mind, strengthening your health and vitality. Your body now needs more care and attention, and mindful eating is one of the most powerful ways to demonstrate that self-love. Get started today by implementing some of the suggestions we've shared in this video, taking it one step at a time to transform your habits. Notice how your body responds to these changes. More energy, better digestion, less inflammation, and an overall sense of well-being. Share this information with friends and family you love, because health knowledge is a valuable gift that can transform lives. And remember, it's never too late to make better choices and invest in your health and longevity through mindful eating. Your future self will thank you for every wise decision you make today regarding your nutrition and overall well-being. May your breakfast always be a celebration of life and an opportunity to nourish the body that faithfully accompanies you on this journey. And you, what change will you implement tomorrow in your breakfast? The choice is yours, and the power to transform your health is in your hands.